What's up, you guys? It's your girl Kayla Mack. My name is Michaela. Switch some words around, you get Kayla Mack, i.e. name of my channel. As you can tell from the title, y'all, I'm looking at these scars. But as you can tell from the title, we're gonna be doing a get ready with me. I ain't really got nowhere to go per usual, but I want to take some pictures probably, and then yeah, after that, I don't know. I may go somewhere, I may not, but yeah. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, period. And we gonna get into this video, period. All right, y'all. So, if I can be completely honest, y'all, I'm a little thrown. But I'm gonna tell you why. Actually, hold on. Let me get myself together. Cleanse my face and do all that, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all. All right, y'all, so I am back. I just got done cleansing all that stuff to my face. Yes. Yeah. But y'all, so the topic that I want to talk about while I get ready, let me just say this disclaimer first. I am not a man bashing woman. I like to think of myself as a feminist, but I'm not the type of feminist that we have in today's world. I'm just being honest with you. I feel like people be going a little bit overboard. Ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, I just feel like in today's world, like, I'm gonna put y'all up a little bit more. In today's society and world, being a feminist is now, overshadowed for bashing men or things like that. And I'm not one of those, trust me. It's fault on both ends, if we're being completely honest. This is a topic, and y'all gonna understand why it's like hard to speak on. The topic is gold digging / men, being annoyed at women for wanting to date for money now, okay? It's a very uncomfortable topic. It's a very sensitive topic because, like I said, in today's world, a lot of things get misconstrued. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but y'all know what word I'm trying to say. Get misconstrued and things like that. And, I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding from both a male and female perspective. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm a feminist, but I ain't no man bashing feminist. I feel like, me personally, that, men today, they have a issue not so much with the actual money part, it's how women go about it, okay? And I'm gonna be completely honest. Now, I will say that men are contradicting with this whole thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like men be saying that, my woman can depend on me for anything and she don't have to worry about nothing. And like when men get in like relationships and stuff, they're quick to say like, oh yeah, like you can depend on me for anything. Like I want you to be able to, be able to ask me for anything, or don't feel like you can't, ask me for money. Like I've heard all this, y'all. I've heard all this. And coming from a woman who has never asked a man for money, I can kind of see why women don't want to now, even if they were that type to ask for money. I can kind of see why now, because men make you feel like, oh my God, like, why are you asking me? Even the men that they be in relationships with, like, that's the shit that kills me. What? But that's a whole nother topic. We just speaking in general right now. So, yeah, I feel like men, like, they say one thing, but they really want something else. Like, they want a woman who is on their shit, and that's rightfully understood. We're both grown. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to take care of me. But if you say, especially if we're in a relationship, if you say to me, you got me through anything, you can ask me for anything, like, it ain't no amount, and let's be honest, men do be saying this. Like, men really do be spouting out, especially when they're trying to get you and they like you and they're trying to figure out your angle and how can I get her to be mine. Men is quick to lead with money because they think that's what every female wants in today's society. And that's rightfully so, because a lot of us be talking about, if you ain't got no money, get out my face, period. So I can understand why they feel that way. However, okay. However, I think that there's blame on both sides, because you can say all day, oh yeah, I want a man with money, but what about everything else? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about how he treats you? What about his mindset on certain things? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about how he feels about X, Y, and Z? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to not want that, but make sure that's not the only thing, because when you lead with that with a man, he's gonna feel like, okay, that's the only thing she wants me for. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, it's on both sides, because men be acting like you can't talk about it at all. Baby, we're grown. It takes money to live in this world. If you want us to come together, if you want us to be one, you want to be in a relationship with me, and you don't want to talk about our finances, because either one, you done lied about your finances, or two, you ain't got some stuff right in your finances, and you doing some shit that you don't want me to see. And it's just like, why are you trying to build with somebody and you know that that's what you want right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that be getting me with men. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, that is a man thing. Like, I be trying not to put labels on what's man and what's woman, because I feel like we do a lot of the same stuff. But that's a man thing right there. I'm telling you, like, men is good for that. They'll sit there and spout you all this. And then when it's time to get to it, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to go over it, like, I feel like I don't understand. We are grown. Like, we're not in middle school, we're not in high school. We're going to talk about finances. Am I going to talk about it in the sense of, oh, I want your money, and, well, what can you do for me? Like, right off the bat? No. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I'm not the kind of female. And there are a lot of females that are like this. Men just put us in a box. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of females who are not after your money. We just want to make sure that you can take care of things that need to be taken care of. Because if we're both in this house, we both have to pay half of these bills. Or whatever your arrangement is, 70-30. You know, now if he's 100% and you ain't paying nothing, and that's, some women feel like that's really what they want to do. And if it works for you, it works for you. And that's a whole nother topic, but I'm gonna just say this real quick. Stop letting society and Instagram posts and podcasts tell you how to run your relationship. If the man paying 100% works for your relationship, then do that for you. Don't try to put that on somebody else. Don't try to act like that's the only right way for somebody. And vice versa. If you see somebody that's doing a different lifestyle than you, and you really don't understand how can they do that, why does it matter? Why does it really matter? Like, that's what gets me. That's what gets me. Like, why does it really matter what somebody else is doing? Like, I'm that throws me. I ain't gonna hold you. That part be throwing me. But anyways, back to the original conversation. I feel like men are contradictions. Like, you want a woman who can depend on you, but when she do, now you talk about it. And I tell you how many times my homeboys have told me about women that, you know, they asked for this or they did this for them. And it's like, I get that, oh yeah, it's messed up that they cheated on you or they did something towards you, and now y'all not together after you done did so much for them. But at the same time, and this is men and women, because I said my homeboys, but it's men and women that do this. I ain't gonna hold you. You do something for somebody and then you throw it in their face, or now you act like, well, this is why I shouldn't have did this because da 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 da. And it's like, no, like, if that's the type of person you are, be that person. Like, don't let one bad relationship make you not be giving. You know what I'm saying? Let that be a learning lesson for how you pick people, not about how good you are to somebody. Because at the end of the day, if you meet the right person and now you stop being giving and now you stop being like how you're supposed to be, like when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be giving to a certain level. So if you stop doing that and then the right girl comes along, she gonna be like, what you got going on? Because now you done turned heartless and you said, well, I ain't doing for nobody else no more because I done did da. And it's like, I just feel like that's not gonna happen to me. Like, I'm still giving, I still want to do stuff, but for the right man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it don't hurt or don't make you feel like, well, how am I gonna know when I'm, you know, like, it just, maybe I just shouldn't do it at all because I keep getting taken advantage of. I understand that wholeheartedly. But like I said, if you want to meet the right person, you can't put the right person through hell and back, and then you done let all these chicken heads get your benefits. Like, you have to really think about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's like, stop contradicting yourself. Like, stop saying that you want somebody who can depend on you, who can da-da-da-da, and then when it's time for them to depend on you, now you looking crazy. Now you like, oh, I don't know, because that's messed up. Like, that's really messed up. And that has happened to me before with a man. Like, he spout me all this crap, y'all. And like I said, I never asked him for money, but I needed him to do something for me. And, oh, that's not dry yet. And when I asked him, he was acting a little iffy. And he ended up not doing it because he ended up creating an argument after that. And then he used that as his validation to not do it for me. I peeped the whole thing out. When I tell y'all, men be thinking they so slick and they're not. Y'all are not slick. But anyways, so yeah, so I needed him to do something for me. This is something that I told him like ahead of time, you know, like prior to when I actually needed it done. And he was like, yeah, I got you, da, 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 da. Later on, I found out why he could not do it. And he could have just told me, you know what I'm saying? But he did not. He chose to not tell me. So that was just like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, don't sit there and say that. And that's why I tell men now too, like, I don't need the talking. Like, if you're gonna do it one day, then just wait for that day to come. But I don't need the whole, yeah, I'm gonna do this for you and you ain't never gotta worry. Because it's like, why you set yourself up? Like, I didn't even ask you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even ask you. And we're going to go back to the money part because I feel like I'm talking about so many different topics because it's so many things that tie in with this, but we're going to get back to the money. So yeah, I just want men to stop doing that. And as far as women, like I said, we need to be better at having more standards than money. Money is not the only standard for a man. I'm not saying to not talk about finances because, like I said, we're grown. And that's the part of life. And especially if they're talking seriously with you and saying that they want to build a future with you, then they definitely need, y'all definitely need to talk about finances. But don't make him feel like, oh, well, I make more than you, or, you know, this all you make. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about it. Like, really talk about it. Be like, look, I make this much. Also goes back to saying what you really want in the beginning. If you know you want a 100% man to pay all the bills and you are a stay-at-home wife and you have kids and you cook and clean, if that's what you want, say that from the beginning. Don't wait till y'all serious and now y'all talking about finances and now y'all looking stupid because he can't pay all the bills. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Do not do that. Talk about it in the beginning. It's about how you talk about it. Don't come off as like, oh, da 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 da. But just say, you know, I prefer this setup, you know? And that way y'all don't have to waste each other's time no further if it don't match. You know what I'm saying? You have to talk about these things in the beginning because if you don't, people are going to get hurt. And it's unnecessary. I feel like a lot of shit that we go through now in our generation is unnecessary hurt. Like, just talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? But back to y'all, I mean, cause yeah. But back to the original conversation. Girl, what was you saying? Because you just be getting off of stuff. Oh, yeah. Like, if you want if you are a like 50-50 person, right? 50-50. Or if you're like, okay, well, since he's paying the rent, I'm going to pay the light bill, the water bill, cell phone bills, you know, car insurance, whatever. Whatever your setup is, like, that's what it needs to be. And don't, when you talk about it, even when you are serious and even when you are getting to a serious point, don't say it in a way of like, this is what it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to have some kind of wiggle room, especially when you're dealing with a man. Like, men are very emotional. It don't matter how much money they got. They're very emotional beings. They may be differently emotional, but they are emotional. So you have to think about their feelings, babe. Especially when you two are both working 9 to 5s. And, you know, y'all are both trying to get to a certain point in your life where y'all are, you know, financially free, or y'all want more money. Y'all both, you know, on that journey of getting more in life. And all this stuff. You have to be understanding, even with finances. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I tell dudes, I mean, I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't asking you to be rich. I'm asking you to be able to take care of yourself at this point in our lives. And once we talk about marriage and, you know, I don't move in with people, but I'm just saying in the general statement of, you know, oh, we talking about moving in together and things like that, then, you know, that's when we gotta, you know, talk about it a little bit more. But I don't need you to be rich right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't rich right now. I'm not looking for a come up. And that's the thing. Guys get confused. Like, nah, it ain't about no come up. I don't want you to have to ask me for money. Like, it comes to you just like, you know, not being able to do for yourself when we first start off. That's a problem. Like, that's the problem. And men don't be understanding where we coming from with that. Like, I'm not asking you to take care of me. I'm making sure you can take care of yourself. I had men that wanted me to depend on them, that wanted me to, like I told y'all about the story, like, I've had it done to me multiple times. And then when I don't, they have an issue. But it's like, babe, you can't even set me up in a better position. And it's like, that's okay because I know you're working on your stuff. But why are you trying to force that? Because you want to feel that. You want to feel that type of importance of, yeah, my woman needs me. You know, and it's like, I get it, you know, trying to see from a man's point of view. I get that you want to feel that. I get that. However, you have to actually be able to do that. I mean, I don't understand what y'all not getting. Like, and I want you to do more for me than what I can do for myself. Like, if I'm going to ask you for something, it's got to be something I can't do. Because why am I asking you to do something that I can already do for myself? That's the part I don't understand about men. Like, men have fumbled me, and I'm not even trying to be on no cocky stuff. Fumbled me on the case of them just creating problems that we don't have. I'm not asking you for nothing. So why does that bother you? Because the things that I want, you cannot get me right now. And if I'm choosing to be with you, if I've said, okay, yes, I accept to be your girlfriend, clearly that's not a problem for me right now. So why are you creating this problem? I tend to date guys that have potential because I feel like I'm in that stage right now. Like I said, I'm not rich. So for me, it's like, I like to date men that are on my level financially. It just makes me feel more comfortable because I have tried to date men that are, you know, more financially free, as I like to call it, more than me. And my experience has not been the best with them. It's not because, oh, I was asking for too much or anything like that. Because like I said, I've never asked a man for money. But it was the simple fact of I don't like the controlling side that they have. Yeah. And I'm trying to work through that too because all men with money are not controlling. I'm not going to sit there and just put that in my head or put that out there. But in my experience, you know, they tend to be a little bit more controlling. So, yeah. But I'm not dating right now anyway. So, like I said, y'all, I'm just talking in general. I'm not dating nobody right now. I don't have the energy nor the capacity, okay? But yeah, I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, y'all. This topic is very, it just gets me because I just feel like it's unnecessary. Like, the problems that my generation has is just crazy. Like, it's so unnecessary because people don't talk about stuff. And then when you do talk about it, it gets misconstrued because when women do say, oh, well, I don't date men without money, now they're a gold digger. But it's like, bro, do you not know the leading cause of divorce is money? The leading cause. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to talk about your finances with people that you're in a relationship with. Like, you can't just not do that. I try not to say, oh, I'll never do certain things because I don't want to be tested. But I know for a whole fact, especially how I grew up, I will never put myself in that situation. And I mean that. Like I said, I try not to say never. But that's a never. That's a never right there. I don't judge on it because, you know, it is what it is, but I'm not doing it. Don't let no man make you feel like you can't talk about money. Because like I said, like, we're grown. Like, I feel like some men just be wanting to, like, talk sweet stuff and just, like, lay up. Sorry, y'all, my nose is itching. Lay up and, you know, do all this stuff. But it's like, we're not in high school, babe. Like, this is real life. I don't know what you want from me. Like, get upset, but it's like, but you don't want to talk about real life stuff. You don't want to talk about stuff. You just want to sweet talk me all day. And it's like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need that. Like, at least not right now. I ain't gonna say, oh, I never want it, or I never want you to, you know, boost me a little bit. But y'all be doing it to the point, and it's like, okay, I get it. You like me. You want to do this to me. Cool. What else is there to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else? What else is there? That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that I don't like, you know, sweet talk and things like that. But it's just like, for me, I don't like it now because I feel like men use it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're talking like this in the early stages. Like, if you're talking like this and you don't even know certain things about me, I know that you're love bombing me. Like, I know that. Like, because you don't know me. I could be, man, listen, y'all. Listen, okay? I can say this. Go with your gut. Money, love, whatever it is, go with your gut. If something is telling you, okay, he's off, he's off. And I know I done got off topic, y'all, but I need to talk about this too, okay? He's off. Like, no. I learned that the hard way. Like, trust your instincts. Your instincts are not wrong, you know? I ain't gonna say just 100% act on your instincts every time, but keep it in your mind. And if it comes up more than one time, I use that as validation. Like, because it's not gonna keep happening. I'm not gonna keep getting this feeling and it's not true and it's not accurate. Like, that's not how your intuition works. If you feel it more than once, that means that's validation for how you feel. And don't let nobody try to talk you out of that, because they will. Try to make you think, oh no, it's just, if they always have an excuse, y'all. If it's always an excuse why certain things ain't adding up, yeah. Yeah. I done been with that too, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. I'm trying not to get off topic, but back to gold digging. And I feel like there's more to gold digging. Like I said, I'm not rich yet. So I can't speak on that part of it of like, oh, when both of y'all are rich and da-da-da-da, because I haven't experienced that yet. I will, just not yet. But I can speak on a general note of it of a lot of people are really not gold diggers as men try to make it out to be. And there are male gold diggers too, but men don't like to talk about that. But a lot of women are not gold diggers. I feel like there's so much that needs to be said on this. There's so much. And I feel like when men and women can stop being against each other and just really listen to understand and not listen to respond and not listen to be defensive, like, we can really get somewhere. And that's something that I'm not allowing either too. I'm just gonna tell you where I'm at with it too, with myself. Like, I'm just not up for you not being able to communicate, because I feel like that's being an adult, and I feel like that's a part of being an adult. Like, we need to be able to sit down and talk about things, and if you can't, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. I don't really know. You have to know yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. Like, everybody have problems. Everybody have issues. Everybody have things that they need to work on. Trust me, okay? So make sure that you know what you need to work on before you get in a relationship. Make sure you're communicating right, and make sure that you have the right, like, I'm not against you, I'm with you tone, you know? Because I know me, okay? I know me, and I know that's something I need to work on. Like, and I tell men from the jump though, like, if you let me be a certain way, I'm going to. Meaning, if you let me walk all over you before I leave you, I'm going to walk all over you. And that's a turn off for me. Like, on my end, if I can walk all over a dude that I'm with, I'm gonna leave. Like, I don't leave immediately because I want to see, like, okay, is he gonna like man up? You know what I'm saying? But if he don't, I can't deal with that. You have to be able to put me in my place, because you putting me in my place lets me know that you are here in this relationship. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see, like, you're present in the relationship. That's what I mean. I don't mean it in the aspect of put me in my place of like, oh, like, you know, rough me up or talk to me crazy. I like that. I'm not the type of person at all. I've never been the type of person. You will not talk to me crazy. But I'm saying, if I'm doing something that bothers you, let me know. Because that makes me feel like, okay, you're present. You know what I'm saying? I need someone who is present. If you're not present, I can't. I can't do it. But all right, y'all, this is the finished look. I may put some lip gloss on. I'm not going to do any powder today because, like I said, I'm just going around my apartment.